Hi, it's Ian here again from 24 Hour Locksmiths in Brisbane. Today we're going to have a look at the Lane double cylinder deadbolt. Okay, this lock was bought from a Bunnings. It's sold by Bunnings Hardware here in Australia. It's got this great packaging that it comes with. It says on the packaging, deadbolt double cylinder. If you have a look, it's got a key like number. So when you're in the shop where you're buying it, if it's in a hardware shop, you can match the key number of this lock with other locks that have the same number, so you can get the keys on the 2 locks or 3 locks that work on the same key. Comes with 3 keys. Looks like it's Crime Stoppers approved or something, whatever that is, protecting communities together. It says on the packet it's got a 60-70mm adjustable bolt, replaces most existing deadbolts. Oh, there you go, 7-year tarnish guarantee and a 7-year mechanical guarantee. It's easy to install. It's got instructions. What else? It's got a website there you can go to. There again, double cylinder, double cylinder, double cylinder. Key lockable from both sides. It's 60-70mm backset. Anti-saw deadbolt insert. That's always good. 5-pin C4 keyway. It's got QR codes. Actually scanned those codes. One takes you to some products, and the other one takes you to, it's a link to the fitting instructions for Lane locks. So there's a whole range of these Lane locks that you can get download the fitting instructions for. What else? Lane deadbolt double cylinder, key lockable from both sides, offers maximum security. That's always a bonus. Ideal for entrance and external doors. And it says Lane profile deadbolts are available in single cylinder and double cylinder. Crime Stoppers again. It's recycled or something. Oh, and fine print about the warranties. Yeah, covered up by a sticker. Anyway. Okay, so that's the box it comes in. Pretty flash. Great packaging. But is the lock any good? Let's find out. Let's open up the box. Okay. I don't think it opens easy. I have the knife. Boy. Okay, let's hope the lock is half as good as the packaging. Okay, so what have we got? We got cardboard. Oh, we got a box. And we've got the lock. The inside with the screw holes. And the outside with no screw holes. And that's all, packaging. Okay, what's in the little box? Okay, there's our 3 keys. We have a strike plate. We have the bolt. We have a screw packet. And we have some instructions. So instructions, more instructions. So let's have a look at the lock bolt. Okay, so the bolt is a pretty standard looking bolt, but it's adjustable. At the moment that's a 60mm, and to adjust it you rotate the end and pull it out and it becomes a 70mm lock bolt. If we just throw the bolt out, throws backwards and forwards, looks alright. Oh, it's an awful lot of wobble. Wonder if it's supposed to be like that. It could cause problems. It's got a die-cast bolt. It's not brass by the look of it. They must be the two little hardened inserts in the lock there. 2 pins to stop people sawing it. They only seem quite small. They look like they are just roll pins, actually. I might be wrong. But yeah, they look like roll pins. The bolt's okay, I've seen worse. It's not 100% solid. And we'll try it in the 60mm mode. Yeah, it's a bit of play in the actual bolt. The way it's held together. But anyway, that's the bolt. Okay, the actual lock cylinders, the finish is like a brushed stainless steel finish. It's not too bad. Same on the inside, of course. It's got the Lane brand stamped into it. The finish on the bolt, it's there again. It's not too bad. It's a brushed stainless finish. And on our strike. Okay, with regard fitting, it comes with a paper template, which is good. You just fold that onto the door frame. Mark out your hole for the large hole and the door edge hole. It's a 54mm hole for the large hole, and should be a 25mm for the short hole. Yeah, 1 inch or 25mm. Yeah, place it, chisel it out, fit the lock. Yep. You got to drill the hole for the strike and fit the strike as well. It shows you for both a single cylinder and a double cylinder. But yeah, it's pretty basic to fit. Shouldn't be any problems. It should go in the same holes as other deadlocks. They're all very similar in their fittings. So yeah, you could fit it in the place of another deadlock if you needed to. There you go. Okay, so where can it be fitted? Well, on the labeling it says ideal for entrance and external doors. So yeah, any wooden entrance or external door should be fine. Of course, you wouldn't fit this type of lock to an apartment door or a unit door if it's a fire rated door. But other than that, it should fit on just about any wooden door. How secure is this lock? Well, it's screwed in from the inside, but it does come with one-way screws, which would make it a little bit harder to unscrew. So if you break the glass and put your hand through and think you can unscrew it with a Phillips screwdriver, I suppose you'd have a hard job. The bolt itself, yeah, look, I'd be a bit worried about how it's actually connected the die cast bolt to the inner mechanism. I think it probably wouldn't be as strong as some other type of bolts. It's got a very, very thin plate. And I think if there was pressure put to the door, if the door was kicked in or something, the bolt would probably bend in. You can see the amount of play in it. The bolt's pretty much fully extended out, so there's probably not much holding the bolt. If pressure was applied, it would just bend, I would say. I've seen that many times with these type of lock bolts. Okay, so can this lock be picked? Let's give it a go. Oh, there you go. Picked in about 2 seconds. Try it again. That mightn't have been a fair test. There you go. That was about the easiest lock I've ever picked. Try it again just to make sure it wasn't some sort of error. Oh, it's much harder. There you go. Picked again. So is there any resistance to picking? I would say it's exact opposite. I'd say it's one of the easiest locks I've ever picked. Okay, so maybe it's got some resistance to a bump key. So a bump key. Oh, there you go. Bumped. Let's try it again. There you go. So bump key resistance, I would say pretty much none. Okay, a look at the lock cylinder itself. The lock cylinder is die cast. It's got a brass tailpiece on it, or the end cap, with I assume is a hardened steel actuator at the back, which turns the bolt. It's very clicky to turn, not nice and easy to turn like other locks. It has a cap for the pins, holds the springs and the top pins inside. The actual barrel, I'm not sure if it's die cast or if it's real brass, but I'm guessing die cast, but we'll have a look. Okay, so let's pull it apart. To pull it apart, you just depress the pin on the back, unscrew the cap. Okay, take the little cap off. The pins, the retaining pin at the back is very thin. That can cause problems because the retaining pin is what puts pressure onto the end cap and what actually turns the actuator, the steel actuator. So if the pin bends or breaks, then the lock will break. So a thicker pin is always better than a thin one like this. It's a little spring that just puts pressure onto the retaining pin. Okay, so the keys turn nice and easy in this lock. No problems there, not clicky at all. Bit squeaky. Can you hear that? Anyway, let's pull the barrel apart. We'll just use a follower. Oh no, we won't. Yes, we will. Okay, so that's our lock barrel. Oh, I'm actually surprised that the lock barrel's not filed or countersunk or anything. The bottom pins look to be quite flat. That's a good point. A lot of these locks have a countersunk top or a filed. They're filed at the shear line there. This one looks quite good. Let's have a look at the top pins. They're in here. Okay, so the top pins as well have nice flat end on them, which is good. They're not pointed like some, and it has nice little brass, I think they are, springs. Okay, so is the barrel brass or is it die cast? Ah, yeah, it's die cast. It's got a die cast mark in it there, if you can see it. So yeah, die casting never gets the same quality or same tolerances as a machined barrel. Okay, so would I recommend this lock to be fitted to a door? Probably not. There's a lot better locks on the market that are, cheaper or the same price, which are a lot better quality. It's got absolutely no resistance to lock picking, absolutely no resistance to lock bumping. The bolt, yeah, I wouldn't trust that. That's just way too much slop, and I think it's going to break if any real pressure is applied to the door. Yeah, I don't know. You might fit it to a washing shed or something like that, which you just want to keep the door closed. But for a house security, yeah, it's got no real security. It's not. If you can pick it so easy and you can lock bump it so easy, then why would anyone fit it to their door? It's yeah, I wouldn't recommend fitting it. Just one final note on this Lane deadbolt. Lane have been around for a long time. 20 years ago, their deadbolts used to be pretty good. They were solid brass cylinders. They were fitted all over the place. They were the dominant deadlock or deadbolt in Australia. These ones, they're just mass produced, die cast, easy to pick. The old original Lane deadbolts, they were made of brass. They were tough to pick. These ones are a far cry from where Lanes used to be 20 odd years ago.